This is Stephanie here with the Tom Joyner Foundation, and I am with Dr. Calvin Johnson, the interim chancellor at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, the Tom Joyner Foundation, June 2013 School of the Month. And Dr. Johnson,
Yes.
since you are a graduate of UAPB and have served on the faculty, how do you feel those experiences helped you transition to chancellor?
Well, there were several things that helped me in the transition process. First of all, having served on the faculty provided me with pretty good insight in terms of the activities of the campus, across the campus, and I think having worked through that, I was pretty well aware of the needs of the students, the faculty, and the overall university community. I was also familiar with the opportunities that we had and how we could reach out to the various partners and better enhance the position of the university and better serve our students.
Okay. And in your tenure, what would you say have been some of the highlights?
Some of the highlights?
Yes.
Well, there were many. I say there were many, but not necessarily enough. But
okay.
I think some of the highlights that I would like to speak about. One was that we were able to early on focus on customer service, and as a result of that, we think that our campus is more responsive to those people that are our customers. That was number one. Then we broke ground for a new STEM academy back in November, and that moved us forward with our focus on STEM education. We have seen probably the greatest enrollment among departments in the science areas. Our students that we are admitting to the STEM programs bring to us higher academic averages, higher ACT scores, so those are helping to raise the overall averages in those areas. And I think that in itself have really helped us on this campus. Also, we have seen and we had a focus on student internships and partnerships, and we're seeing more student internships, paid and unpaid, and we are enhancing our partnerships in the community. We through our Title III program, we hired a person to coordinate partnerships with industry and business, and that is serving us well. Also, in the area of accreditation, we just about a week ago received notice from the National Council for the Accreditation of Teacher Education, now called CATE, that our teacher education program had received continuing accreditation for the next seven years.
Okay. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And we also experienced a SWAC championship with our football team. We won the first overall championship for our football team this year. And we're still excited about that. And our men and women basketball team records were better than probably in the history of the school. And we have a baseball team that will hopefully will be going to the tournament. So overall, in the athletic world, things are getting better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now looking at some of the challenges, what would you say have been some you've faced, and how have you overcome those challenges?
Okay. Well, the number one, I would have to put financial aid up at the top of the list because that impacts many of and most of our students. About 90+% of our students have to receive some kind of financial aid, and we found that many of our students were not being served as well as they thought they should have, and probably not as well as they should have in terms of the support that they were getting as they worked through some of the financial aid challenges. So we reorganized that office to better support our students, and I think that helped them. Another challenge that we were faced with was our nursing program. Our nursing program over the last several years have had some challenges in terms of licensure and meeting state board standards, and that program was discontinued this past year. That was one of the big things that we had to deal with, and we're still working on it. And matter of fact, another one was the NCAA compliance. We have undergone some. We're undergoing some reviews by NCAA with some of our athletic programs. That is ongoing. And a big problem that we have is that with retention, because we are required by the state, and we're held accountable by the state and most of our accrediting bodies, that we must be able to maintain, not only recruit students, but maintain those students. So retention of students is a concern. And of course, we have put some things in place. We hired a retention officer just this semester, and we are now separating recruitment from retention so that we can address some of those areas. We have developed, in accordance with the Department of Higher Education, we have developed what is called a student success plan, and that plan provides students with a lot of one-on-one instruction and advisement, and guides them through the process to get them back on track. And another challenge is that of remediation. Many of the students that we bring here requires remediation coming from the public school. So we had to, that student success plan that I mentioned requires us to provide support for those students to get them back into the mainstream of academia. And we have blended courses and just a lot of things that we are doing different than we've done in the past to get those students on track as quickly as we can.